not?
Alright. Doc Bishop, how are you doing today?
I'm doing I'm doing pretty decent. How about
Awesome.
yourself?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Mr. Steelheart, you will be Mr. for this season. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful today. Today has been such a good day.
Good. Congratulations on everything. Being very
I
vague.
appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Alright. You guys are starting off in E as an elephant. E8. E8. Very exciting. Alright. There's this kind of endless grass, really. And on this endless grass, there's this long, kind of dirt, but there's like pieces of gravel in it. It's this dirt gravel road that cars clearly have been down, but it doesn't. It seems like that this path is sort of becoming overgrown slowly. And
Hasn't
on
been used in a while.
Yep, it hasn't been used in a while. And on this path, you guys, Mr. Shinobi and Doc Bishop, Dr. Bishop, you guys are walking along this path and you guys see this old truck that has like the hood up. It's this red truck, really rusty looking, and it's the only thing of note on this path, and it stretches on as long as you can see past the truck. It's just this long, winding path. There's very little here.
So, grass field as far as the eye can see in all directions with a singular rusty red truck that is on this kind of dirt
Dirt
path
road.
that is slowly turning back to just grass field.
Yep.
Okay. Well, guess I'm gonna kind of look over to Doc Bishop and say, well, looks like our only hope of making it anywhere here is to get to that truck over there and see if we can get it going.
Hmm, certainly seems that way. I mean, unless you feel like humping it another mile.
Well, we can, I'll take the lead in walking to the truck. And then once we get there, if you want, you can see if there's anything you can do to maybe get it running.
I'm a doctor, not a mechanic. Well, I'll just look at it, see what maybe it might just be a simple fix.
Alright.
So,
Both of you guys roll me investigation with an advantage.
I've got a 12.
Your guys' characters are so good. Okay.
19.
Alright. So you guys approach the truck, and you notice there's this big metal sort of lockbox in the back, and it's like sort of cracked open. The front of the truck is like the hood is open, and inside you guys see it has its seatbelt on, but you see this this zombie like in the seat.
So the zombie is stuck in the seat because it's still wearing the seatbelt.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, has it noticed us?
No, it seems even for like zombie standards, it seems to be very spacey, even for zombie standards.
Okay, so it's a really, really stupid zombie.
Or it's high.
All right. In that case, I'm going to it. All right. So is the zombie on the driver's side or the passenger side?
It's on the driver's side.
Is the door open or closed?
It's they're both closed.
Is the window down?
They're both up.
Okay. All right. So I am going to. I turn to Doc and I whisper, "Well, no matter what we can do with the truck, we can't do nothing with it until we get rid of that zombie that's sitting in the driver's seat."
Yeah, but bigger question is this thing even active enough to activate an alarm?
I would say during
Only
your
one way to
guys'
find out.
investigation, I would say during your guys' investigation, you could tell that this truck definitely didn't have an alarm. Too rusty, out here in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, so it's basically a heavy POS.
Yeah,
So in other words, this is a project truck and a half.
basically, yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so yeah, we ain't got to really worry about an alarm then.
In that case, I'm going to sneak up to the driver's side of the truck.
Okay. Roll me stealth with advantage.
Stealth with advantage. Okay.
Because your name is Shinobi, so you got an advantage. And not to mention it's a spaced out zombie.
I got a 10.
We're not starting off good, guys. It's too early. It is too early. All right. So, uh, tell me what you do. Walk me through it.
I'm kind of crouched down along the side of the truck, and I walk along the driver's side of the truck just past the door. And then once I get to where I'm closer to the back side of the truck from the door, I reach up and slowly open it.
All right. As you slowly open it, let me pull this up here. You see the zombie. It it starts like it quickly like jumps and it looks back and forth, and It doesn't. What the zombie then does next is it starts to sniff. It,
Oh,
and its
interesting.
eyes are like vacant white, and it looks like that it has a bunch of spots over its ears, and it looks like he looks back to the he looks back towards the passenger side and he sniffs, and he looks directly at you and then he sniffs, and he's sort of stuck in that frenzied sniffing state.
Is he still stuck underneath the seatbelt?
Yeah.
All right. Well, while he's still stuck there, I'm gonna take the opportunity to take my katana out, reach up, and just stab it through his head.
All right. Go ahead and then roll to hit with advantage.
I got 15.
Ooh, you definitely hit.
All right. All right. And 18.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so you deal 18 damage, and the the zombie then like starts attacking, and it sniffs and sniffs, and it puts his arms out like trying to get to you guys, and it just keeps sniffing, but it can't because of the seatbelt. Um, I'm gonna say go ahead and roll for initiative here.
All right.
Very awkward fight.
A zombie sitting down in a chair, stuck with the seatbelt. Him sitting on Shinobi on the left hand side, and I'm on the right hand side. The door closed.
Dang, Dark Bishop, you're killing it.
All right. And then
Oh, I'm loving that note. The notebook, it's so cool.
oh,
Uh,
I messed that up.
yep. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Alright, it's Bishop, unless. I guess I just assumed you were participating in this fight. Mr.
I mean,
Steelheart, and then, Zombie.
since it's my opening, I decided to go ahead and open up the passenger side door
Alright,
to at least get a good line of sight on the zombie.
okay. You have advantage.
All right, and oh boy, and where is Steelheart?
I assume he's just on the other side.
I'm on the other side of the zombie. Kind of.
You guys are
I'm
actually
not.
facing each other, from my
Okay. Yeah.
understanding.
Yeah, that would be a fair assumption.
Fire my bow. I might miss and hit him.
Well, you do have advantage here.
This is true. Um, Now, can I ask a question per the DM?
Of course.
If I was to like say use one of my arrows as like like a knife or in a sense and not like fire it, would that be okay or do I have to use the bow?
That is a very fair question. I will give it a 1d4, and I will make that arrow break if you do that, and it will be a strength modifier.
Okay, so that's going to be a strength 1d4 plus strength.
Yeah.
I imagine the layout is probably something like this in general.
Yeah.
Very crude, but I imagine it's something like that.
Yes.
No, that's actually really good. Like, oh, that's really good because that kind of gets me an idea. So, okay. So instead of firing one of my arrows, I pull one of my arrows out of the quiver and move inwards to just stab the zombie right in the head.
Okay.
And you said that would be a 1d4 plus strength.
Yes.
Let me. Would strength still count for hitting the target?
Yep. In this scenario, yeah.
Okay. $15. But I think I also have advantage, right?
Yeah.
15.
Where that happened twice. That does, you do hit here.
I do 4 damage.
Alright, you stab your arrow into the zombie, and as you do it, snap! Your arrow breaks, and you lose one of them. Meaning you only have 9 left.
Yeah, I was typing it out.
Alright.
You know what?
Mr. Steelheart with advantage.
I am going to, I guess, so that I don't miss a little bit and accidentally cut the seatbelt, I'm just gonna repeat the action as before and stab the zombie in the head with my sword.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage. Wow.
24
You, of course, hit.
for 10 damage.
Oh, wow. Alright, alright. So, you slash into it, and then uh, you see him sniff, and he goes, and he's going to attempt to attack you, though he's probably not going to be very successful here. He's going to lean over and try to bite you.
And with him being stuck in the seatbelt, I imagine that would probably give him disadvantage then, correct?
That is correct.
Because we're just fighting a zombie in a truck while he's wearing a seatbelt. Safety first, kids.
Oh
Ooh.
wow. Alright, so he goes to bite you, Steelheart. This might annoy you. He goes to bite you, Steelheart, and he like accidentally stabs his head right into your sword, killing himself.
So long as him doing that doesn't make me lose a point of durability.
No, you're okay.
Okay. Well, I just kind of look at the zombie while I'm holding the sword, and I'm like, well, I guess he had enough. And then just pull my sword back out.
Meanwhile, I'm just kind of looking at the zombie, looking back at Shinobi, looking back at the zombie like, idiots.
You guys
Not
get
gotten,
200
not got
XP for that.
figures.
You guys
And then,
have 200 XP.
nice. I
Nice.
tell I tell Doc Bishop to go ahead and unbuckle the zombie out of the seatbelt. That way we can get him out in the way at least.
Turn back, look down at the seatbelt buckle, notice that it's still holding them into place, and I just pop it out, and the zombie falls out into the out of the
Yeah,
driver's seat.
yeah, he just falls dead.
just, just falls dead onto the floor, oh, on the ground, right? I guess on the gravel pathway.
I can picture this really good.
And then tell Doc, hey, if you want, I'd say go ahead and search the glove box, center console, stuff inside the truck. I'm gonna go search the bed of the truck real quick.
Yeah, not a bad idea. So I go and move to inside the truck, and I look around to see if I see of anything of use.
Okay, yeah, both of you guys give me a investigation with advantage.
Investigation.
I got 13.
Okay.
13.
Oh, okay. Alright, you guys both got 13. Alright, so you're going through the truck. You see, inside the glove box, what maybe it looks like. It looks like a set of keys. There's one key that says chord, chord, chord fusion. And then there's one key, looks like a house key.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it's to, but I got a set of keys over here.
Okay. Do I find anything in the bed of the truck?
Yeah, so as you are looking in the bed of the truck, you find a car battery.
Okay, so there's a car battery in the bed. Anything else, or is that it?
That's it.
Okay. I tell Doc Bishop, I found a car battery back here. Did you find anything in the center console?
Did I find anything in the center console? I think it was just those keys in the glove box.
Yep, it was just the keys.
No, nothing in the glove box. I mean, nothing in the center console.
All right. Does this truck, is this a single cab, crew cab, extended cab?
It's
Is
just
there a back seat?
no backseat. It's just a single cab.
Yeah, it's a single cab. I kind of figured that.
All right. Where's that black toolbox at that we saw when we were walking up to the truck?
That's inside. That's what the battery is in.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, uh, the key titled Core Fusion on it. Does it only have ridges on one side of it, or does it have ridges going down both sides of the key?
Because he's trying to ask, like, what does the key look like?
It
What?
looks like a car key.
Okay,
Look,
yeah. That's why I was asking about the ridges on both sides.
does it look like a house key or does it look like a car key?
It's a car key.
Because car
Okay.
keys generally have ridges on both sides. House keys generally have ridges on one side. Generally, but there are some that venture into either or.
Um, well, you said the hood was already popped for the truck and sitting up.
Yeah.
I walked back around to the front of the truck to see if it's missing a battery.
Yeah, you notice this old, corroded, rusted out battery sitting on kind of like not the hood because it's open, but there's sort of like this very ghetto platform that the battery is sitting on.
Okay.
It's like it
So
looks like they
someone,
just set the battery on like other important pieces of the car that it probably shouldn't be sitting on.
it's
Is
like it's sitting on like one of the sides or something.
Yeah,
is the corroded battery and whatnot still connected, or did they take the wires off of it?
they took the wires
I
off
would,
of it.
I
Okay.
assume since it's like sitting somewhere else, it's not connected anymore.
I then I placed the battery in the designated spot in the motor, and then I grabbed the old battery and walked back around to the back of the truck. And as I'm walking by the open door, I tell Bishop if he wants to, he can go ahead and see about hooking up this battery to the truck.
How many times do I gotta tell you I'm a doctor, not a mechanic? All right, I'll see what I can
Put
do.
Give me a
well,
tinkering.
doctor, put that education to use.
Give me a
Would that
tinkering with advantage, actually.
tinkering with advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. One second. Okay. $22.
Wow, you set the battery back down, and then as you set it down, you like accidentally drop it, and as you accidentally drop it, everything sort of just immediately falls into place. Like you don't even know how it happened. It just like a 1 in 1,000 chance, or like a 1 in 20 chance that
But one in a
this could
billion
happen.
chance I drop the battery and it just magically connects itself.
It just works.
I look down at the battery and I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna argue with physics.
As after I set the broken battery in the back of the truck and walk back up front, I look in the engine bay and I'm like, "Damn, that was fast. Good job, buddy."
Maybe you are a
I look at
mechanic.
Steelheart with like the confused look and go, I don't know what I did.
He's like, maybe you are a mechanic and not just a doctor. All right. What are you guys
Well,
gonna
now
do?
I'm a doctor. Now I'm a doctor in both senses.
What are you guys gonna do now?
Does the truck have wheels? Did we even confirm that?
Yeah.
All right,
It's just some shit box that's sitting on four cinder blocks.
all right. Here's my question: which way is the truck facing? North, south, east, or west?
That's actually a valid question.
It's facing north. It looks like they were heading in the northern direction.
Okay.
So would that be
In
just
that case,
would
yeah,
that
just straight north.
and so it's pretty much pointing to the direction of the farmland?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I look at Doc and say, I'm pretty sure it's a safe assumption to guess that that house key that's on that key ring probably goes to a house where this truck was headed, and it was headed north. So maybe we can find the house for it up north.
Oh, that's probably where they're heading from. Where are they coming from?
I'm assuming they were coming from the south, which is nothing but forest.
Another farmland. Way down south.
I don't know if the truck could even make it that far. Oh, it wouldn't hurt to head up north to check it out, see if there is like a farmhouse up here or something like that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and head up north and we'll see if the keys go maybe up there. Maybe they found keys to one of their relatives. Who knows?
Well, now the question is, you want to drive or you want me to drive?
Uh, how are you feeling after that zombie fight?
I'm feeling perfectly fine. In fact, I'm feeling great. I could take on another one.
Well, then I guess it doesn't really matter, does it?
That's why I was asking.
You can go ahead and drive if you want to.
Okay. I hop in the driver's seat, wait for Doc to get into the passenger seat, and hold out my hand for him to give me the keys. Oh, wait.
I move. I close the hood of the truck. I then move towards the passenger.
I
Open
was
the
just about to.
passenger door if it's not already open. I don't know if it's still open at this point. I think it is.
Okay, it's fine.
Anyway, and then I just take the keys and I throw them towards the steel heart.
Okay.
Want to do a dexterity check to see if it catches them?
No, it's okay. I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah.
Just
Um,
smack it in the face.
I grab the keys out of the air, flip over to the car key, put it in the ignition, and go to crank the truck to see if it turnovers and starts up.
It like, and then this big puff of black smoke fires. Pop, 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 and then
Uh,
eventually it keeps going, and it does like these vague, very loud pops every so often out of the exhaust.
that's gonna be treacherous. So we can't go any near any place populated.
Yeah, we definitely ain't going to a city with this. Let's just go ahead and head up to this farmland up here, see if we can find a farmhouse.
Okay. You
Yeah, maybe.
notice when you look at the gas, it looks like it only has about an hour left of
Oh,
gas.
well, well,
Fair.
fair enough.
To the north we go.
Alright, as you guys are driving, about 30 minutes in, you're driving and you notice this zombie sort of on the trail. He is very tall, even for a he is a very tall zombie, and he is like he is out in the middle of this quote unquote road, and he is has these huge lengthy arms, and he steps stomp, and then after he takes two steps, he has white this white dirty tank top on, and these pale white shorts, and these brown boots on, and he has like long blonde hair. He's not really. He's slightly muscular, but he's very tall and very lengthy.
Give me 1 second.
Look, Ma, it's Slender Zombie.
All right, so describe the zombie one more time to me.
Alright, he's very tall. It looks like that he moves at such an incredibly slow speed. And after he did move, he almost stopped as if like that had exhausted him just taking those steps. But he has a little bit of muscle, but he's probably about 7 feet tall.
Okay.
Damn, that's a huge bitch.
Do we see any buildings in the area?
Nope. It looks like this is the only zombie that's kind of around. It looks like it's the only really thing that's around. There's like maybe a tree here and there every now and then in the passing.
Are we in the farmland now or still in the grass?
You're still in the grass. You have about half an hour left until you're at the farm.
I don't think it'd be worth it to go after this guy, Doc.
No, I'd say let's conserve our stuff right now.
Keep on trucking.
Alright, tell me how you're doing this.
Well, as I'm just gonna kind of give that zombie a wide berth as I veer a little bit away from it
Okay.
and go around it, but I make sure that I get far enough away. Like I don't go so far that it can't hear me because that would just eat into our gas. But I go far enough away after noticing that it can't move very fast
Yeah.
that if it did hear us, it can't really chase us very well.
Okay, okay. You notice that even just it turns around to you guys, and you notice that even it just turning around, it steps, turns around a little bit, takes a break, steps, turns around a little bit more, takes a break, and he does that many times before he's actually able to turn around and see you. And by the time he has turned around, you guys are already gone. He's that slow.
Okay.
Alright. Eventually, about half an hour goes by, and you guys eventually see this kind of old rusted out windmill, and you see this white cottage, really dirty, really rustic looking, kind of run down a little bit, and you see this old cornfield, and it all is sort of looks barren.
Would you say the cornfield looks wilted?
Uh, not really wilted. It's been so long that there's stuff planted here. You could just tell that this land was used for most likely corn.
Okay. But all the corn plants that are here are pretty much dead, though.
Yeah, like to your
Okay.
left, to your right, the ground is thrown up, and there's old, super old, rusted out farming equipment, and there's this tractor that's super rusted out, super wilted and decayed, and it's on its side, and that's off in a very far away farm plot.
Okay. Well, I guess we drive as close to the cottage as we can get. Yeah.
Okay. You guys pull up to the cottage, and it's this white house. It looks like it's 2 stories. It has this wraparound porch. Brown front door.
Okay. Brown front door, white wraparound porch. Uh, um, I guess, so we've got this old windmill that's rusted out, an old rusted out decrepit tractor that's basically fallen apart, bunch of rusted out farm equipment. Got this cottage that seems to be in okayish shape,
Yeah.
surrounded by cornfields. Do we see a barn?
Go ahead and roll me perception with advantage.
Oof. Wow.
Do we need to have a meeting this early on?
Looks like it because I got the exact same roll.
Alright.
Does
you.
does Doc Bishop see a barn anywhere?
Bishop, if you're gonna look, can you please roll perception with advantage?
Yeah, I will look around too to see if I see a barn because apparently Shinobi got something stuck in his eye.
While Shinobi may be pretty banging in a fight, Shinobi's about half blind. So
Apparently. All right, and we're doing a perception check.
Perception check with advantage.
Oh God. Okay.
I guarantee you it's better than mine.
Um. Well. Just a little bit.
Okay.
22.
You, in a way far off, very far off, a bunch of fields over, you see this barn. However, you see a bunch of what you see a bunch of zombies, like kind of grabbing at the barn, slapping it. It looks like they're trying to get onto it.
But that's like way far off.
It's very, very far off.
Like a half an hour, hour.
Um,
15 minutes.
yeah, I'd say it's probably be about a 15-minute walk.
Huh? But none in the immediate area. It's just way out there.
Yeah.
Okay. I turn to Steelheart. I'm like, well, there is one way over there, but it's got a lot of company, but none here.
Huh. Well, if they're trying so hard to get into it, it makes you wonder what's inside of it. Hmm.
Do I see exactly how many, or do I just can I, or
You
is it like
just
a guess?
see a bunch of silhouettes standing out and attacking the barn.
Okay. Don't know if they're zombies. I just see a bunch of things.
Hmm. Well, let's put that thought into the back of our head, and let's go check out this house and see what's going on with it.
Yeah,
I cut.
let's go check it out.
I grab the keys out of the ignition of the truck, open up the door, step out,
Okay.
look around, and make sure there ain't nothing in the immediate vicinity, and walk up to the front door of the house.
All right. Yep. So far everything looks good. You guys walk up. You guys step onto the wraparound porch, and yeah, you're at the front door.
Before before I try the key, I just grab the front door knob and see if it's unlocked. Is it
Uh,
locked?
it is locked.
I then pull out the keys and grab the house key and see if it fits this door.
It does fit this door.
Oh, nice. I unlock the door, and before I open it, I put my I look the dock and say, well, nope, not gonna do that. I put my ear up to the door to see if I hear anything on the inside.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception.
14.
You hear a faint snarling. It's like a faint snarl, growling. It feels that it sounds like a feminine growl.
A friendly growl.
Feminine, like a womanly growl.
Oh,
A feminine. Okay. In that case, I look to Doc and I whisper to him. It sounds like there is at least one zombie in here, but it sounds like it's of the female variety. I'm gonna sneak inside and see what I can find out.
Okay. Oh, you're going to sneak. Okay, roll me a sneak. Are you following him, Doctor Bishop?
I'm just gonna stay at the doorway for right now. I'm
Okay.
just kind of.
Yeah, Shinobi, go ahead and roll me a sneak.
That'd be stealth.
Yep.
21.
Wow. All right. So you appear in the living room, and you see this woman. She has like this white dress on, and she has like almost she has these high heels on. It looked like she would have looked very nice. Maybe she was waiting for somebody to pick her up to go on a really nice date, or maybe she's waiting for somebody to get back that never made it back. Uh, and she has a cleaver in her hand.
She has a cleaver. Okay.
And she's just snarling, kind of wandering aimlessly in the kitchen.
I kind of do a quick glance around, see if I see any other enemies other than this female zombie.
Nope.
I then sneak back to the door and let tell Doc Bishop There's only one in here. Looks like it's wearing some high heels, a dress, but it's also walking around holding a cleaver. So I'm gonna try to sneak up on it and try to get a hit off of it to make it lose the cleaver. Once you hear me attack, come in and see what you can do with the bow.
While he's immediately saying the plan, I'm immediately grabbing my bow from just being holstered on my back, and then I'm putting it into like the ready position, grabbing one of my arrows and drawing it,
Okay.
or getting it like ready.
Okay.
And then walk back inside slowly.
You still have the same
And
sneak.
okay. I sneak back towards the kitchen. Look, all right. Is there anything in between me and this zombie?
No.
All right. I then wait for the zombie to have its back to me, and then I sneak up behind it. All right. Now, important question: is it holding the cleaver in the right hand or the left hand?
It's her right hand.
All right. So it's also on my right side if her back is to me. Okay. So I walk up, sneak up, and then once I get within striking distance, I take my katana and bring it around and try to slash at her wrist,
Okay.
in between her wrist to her elbow, so her forearm area,
Okay.
and try to either disable or cut off her arm entirely.
Okay. I'm going to raise her AC up a little bit if you're going to target that specific spot.
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's
I
fair.
am going to give you advantage on this.
That's fair because he still does have pretty good sneak.
Yeah, your sneak's just like, really incredible. You're behind her, you're catching her off guard. Yeah.
So it makes sense to have a little bit of advantage. Shit.
25.
Yep, that hits.
All right. 16.
Ooh, nice. You cut into her, and you notice her wrist has this huge gash in it. And it looks like that you just almost cut her entire like wrist off clean.
Nice.
And with that, she's gonna turn around and she's going to roll for initiative. I am gonna say, Mr. Bishop, because of the way that it is set up, with you like jumping in last, I'm going to say that you are going to by default be last in the initiative roll, just because you have to run in through the door.
That's fair. That's fair. It makes more sense for them to be in, and I don't pop in until like a little bit.
It follows along with with the plan pretty well.
All right, so it is. Did you get an 11?
I did.
Okay, okay. So it's gonna be zombie, and then it is going to be Steelheart, and then it is going to be Doc Bishop. All right. So she turns around to you, Mr. Steelheart.
I managed to just almost cut the arm off the female zombie.
Yep. And she's gonna turn around and attempt to give you a mollywhopper. Alright. Zombies. Alright. Does that hit you?
Yeah, just barely.
Okay, okay. Um, zombies. Okay, and then sorry for taking so long. Alright. She does 3 damage. And then she slices you with her cleaver. And then she goes at you again.
That definitely hits.
Alright. And then slash, she hits you for 6 more damage. And you see her cleaver immediately look a bit more busted up and broken. And you've lost a total of 9 health so far. And she snarls and like hisses and growls at you as Mr. Bishop runs in. Dr. Bishop, we'll get it right.
One of these days. I think it's actually Steelheart's turn.
Yeah, it's my turn now.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh,
The
right.
zombie took it.
Oh, yeah,
Zombie
she
took
went
it turn.
first.
Now I'm last because of the fact that I
Yeah.
have to come inside. So I'm just kind of just getting in.
Alright, Steelheart,
All right.
pay her back.
All right. I'm going to take my katana, and I'm now that she's facing me, it's on my left side. So I'm going to take my katana and do a horizontal slash across the midsection, hopefully hitting her arm and then going through the stomach and then hitting the other arm. So
Okay.
doing a horizontal slash across the midsection in a very just taking the sword from left to right,
Okay.
or yeah, from my left to right, going in a horizontal slash.
Alright. That,
17
that definitely hits.
for 14 damage.
Oh, man. Let me see. How much damage did you do last time? 11?
I did no, I did 16.
16. Okay, how are you gonna kill? How are you gonna kill her?
Well, I'm literally in my horizontal slash, just cleaving her in two at her midsection. So
So
both
awesome.
of her hands fall down off of her arms, and she just falls backwards at her stomach. So her upper torso just falls off of her lower torso right above the waist. And the legs are still standing for a little bit while the top half of her body falls back, and then the legs fall forward.
Very awesome. Shinobi just runs
Man,
in like, I mean, Bishop just runs in like, okay.
I just run in with my bow drawn, and I immediately look at Shinobi, who just completely cleaved the zombie in half. I'm like, oh, nice. And I put my arrow away, and I put my bow back around my shoulders.
I
Then I
would
move.
like
I move
Oh,
closer to Shinobi Stillheart, look at him, and say, I think you might need some dressings.
I'm gonna need some healing, but I'm more worried about exploring this house first. Maybe we can find some healing items.
You
Yeah.
guys do get 200 XP.
Nice. Granted, we just
No.
killed another special zombie, so um, I would like to inspect the cleaver that she had and see how much durability it's got left.
It has one.
It has
Oh,
one durability.
Yeah. It has like
so
it
it's
Okay.
has like a big chip in it.
I look at
All
that
right.
cleaver because it looks probably very ratty looking with one durability. I'm like, I don't think that would be worth taking.
You know what? I got an idea for it. I pick it up and kind of put it to the put it to my side a little bit.
Okay.
Sheath my katana back, and I take the cleaver, and I'm kind of just walk around with the cleaver. I have an idea what I can do with this. So I do have the cleaver.
Okay. Alright.
All right.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation on the house with advantage from the both of you.
Okay. Investigation advantage, both of us.
Yep.
Okay. God. Okay.
Just
How much health did you have left after that steel heart?
I don't want to talk about it.
No. I'm curious.
16 for me.
Okay.
I got 14. I have 3 health left.
Wow. Interesting. Very cool.
I have
Okay.
3 health left.
Woof. Alright. 14 and then 16.
Yeah,
Okay.
Doc Bishop got a 16. I got a 14.
Alright. So I'll tell you the first floor and then we'll move on from there. It looks like this room the first floor has this big basement door. It has a living room, and the first floor also has a bathroom, and of course a kitchen.
So it's got a kitchen, bathroom, and what else?
Living room and a basement door.
And a basement door. Um, is there any possibility I can salvage any of the clothes off of the girl zombie?
In what way?
To make a makeshift med kit, get and use clothing scraps.
Let me see. A very fair question.
Because I also have basically like wild wilderness medicines, so I can use shirts and
Yeah,
clothing and turn them into med kits.
yeah. I'm gonna say that you can, but her clothes do look really bloody and infected looking.
Okay, so if I do take it, there's going to be a risk.
Yes.
So I'm going to stay away and just look for better alternatives, but keep it in mind as a just in
I,
case we
I,
could.
I look at him and I'm like, the shirt you need, you say? Well, here. And I just pull my t-shirt off and hand it to him. You can use this.
And then I use my wilderness expertise, and I turned it into a med kit.
A med kit.
Yeah, well, because it states in there, I'd have to pull up the player handbook real quick, but it says I basically,
Wilderness Wilderness medicine at level 1, you can use nature to its fullest to create healing items. And a med kit is made from ripping your shirt off, and it just says med kit. You rip your shirt off and stop the bleeding.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume it just basically takes on the properties of a med kit, but it might also just be probably like what common med kit and like the other variations. You know, nothing too big, but something.
Well, the issue is this game has like just one med kit, and it's like the best healing item in the game.
Yeah,
So
because it straight up just heals you to 100%. I,
Well
I could
then,
understand more if it was like a bandage, is what you can make out of that. But
oh, what is the healing properties of a bandage?
1d4 plus 2, and it's only one use.
I'd say let's turn it into a bandage.
well, let me look at the guide because if it's gonna say med,
But it does have bandage on here as well, where you can make a bandage out of leaves and then tie them over the injury.
yeah,
Yeah, and so
alright,
yeah,
you
it
rip your shirt
physically
off and
just
stop the.
med kit, I guess. I don't know how, but it does by accordance.
Okay, you rip your shirt off. I mean, what I get from the you rip your shirt off thing, and you rip your shirt off and stop the bleeding, like I don't know why they.
I don't know either, but I guess it's their way of basically explaining how it transformed into one. But in all honesty, ripping a shirt sounds like more of like a bandage move than it does a med kit.
I agree. I will give you a
I would say just
bandage.
yeah, I would just say for fairness, just make like have it like turn into like I don't know because I feel like one shirt would be like enough for like two bandages at least. Or
Well,
I could just roll medicine.
uh, you rip your shirt off and stop the bleeding. And then I think just another issue I have with this is, I mean, you guys are just gonna have an infinite amount of bandages because there's an infinite amount of shirts.
Yeah, but how often are we going to find shirts? I literally just pulled the one off of my back for this.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
so it is distinctively, because I'm looking at it, it is distinctively shirts that you pull, no other shirts,
you
just
can't do it with pants. You can't do it with socks. No, you got to do it with shirts.
not just
It's just
shirts, but
shirts.
your shirts. It's like that same exact shirt over there that you're not wearing won't work, but for some reason the one that you are wearing would just
Oh,
will.
I get that, but and trust me, I would understand for fairness reasons, but
Yeah,
I could see it being like it has to be a good quality shirt. Like it
I,
can't be
I,
a
would- I
shirt off of a zombie.
yeah.
yeah, I would say
Okay.
that, so make them more scarce because they're going to be infected, bloodied, nasty. Like, let's be for real, these things have been on fucking decrepit creatures for what years?
20.
All right.
20 plus years. So I don't think any clothing on any of the zombies is going to be worth anything.
I'm gonna say that you only get one bandage here.
Okay. And okay.
Very basic shirt. There's nothing special about the t-shirt, so
So then
I'm
I
now
would.
walking around in shorts and sneakers.
It just has his chesticles hanging out.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
he won't.
absolutely.
He won't be forever because I'm going to bandage him up because he's down to 3 health. That motherfucker needs some health.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're about to do that right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
I'm gonna take that bandage and use it on him. And
Oh, okay.
so what do I roll for a bandage? Would that be on medicine?
It'd be
Um,
1d4 plus 2 according
One D.
to the healing items.
yeah,
Okay, 1d4 plus 2.
yeah.
Well, 3.
Oh, cool. There you go.
So now you've got 6 health.
Yep. Now I have 6.
Very awesome.
So basically, you still need to keep an eye out because now you're shirtless, but you got some bandages and now you got a little bit of healing.
So, with that being said, uh, Dr. Bishop, would you like to investigate or search through the kitchen? And I'm gonna search through the bathroom.
Yeah, I go ahead and look through the kitchen, and I'm assuming that's where also the girl zombie is,
Yeah.
Oops.
or what's left of it. So I'll just
Yeah.
check her
Oh,
too,
you'll check
make sure.
her. She has
Check her.
one rusty coin on her.
Ooh. Well, everyone counts.
Alright, and as you're going through the kitchen, you're opening up all the cabinets, you're looking at everything. You do come across.
Also, before I check the bathroom, I go back to the front door and shut it and lock it. But that way nothing else comes in behind us.
Alright.
You know, I honestly almost forgot about the front door. I'm just searching. I'm like, I poked my head up because I noticed Shinobi Steelheart do that. I'm like, oh, I almost forgot about the front door. Oh, thank you.
Alright,
And I go back and
and
searching.
Alright, yeah, so you're in the kitchen and you come across 3 cans of corn.
Nice.
Nice.
And each of these are just one ration each.
The one ration each. Um, how many rations do you got right now, Steelheart?
I got 3.
You got 3, but don't you need to consume 3?
Yep, I need to consume 3.
Okay, I'll take one here. You take these 2. I hand him two cans of corn.
Okay. Alright, so you have 4 now.
I have 4. He has his plus the 2, so he's got 5, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
At least start getting him ready for the next day because
Okay. That's all that's in the kitchen.
all right. So I'm done with that. I move to the living room and I start looking through it.
Okay.
What do I find in the bathroom?
In the bathroom, uh,
Like I walk into the bathroom and look around. What do I see immediately?
you see the toilet, and you see the shower, and then you see like the sink, and you see you see like a mirror, but it's just a mirror. The lid on the toilet, not the like the actual lid, like with all the plumbing, it looks like,
The tank lid.
yeah, the tank lid. It looks like halfway taken off.
You know, as soon as you said toilet, I was actually thinking. The only reason he said that is because there's some importance to it. I'm gonna check that. um. All right. So, is the sink? Does it have any counters under the sink or no?
No.
It's just one of those
Mm.
pedestal sinks.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I walk over to the toilet and notice that the lid is kind of been is hanging off a little bit. So I pick up the lid and look inside the tank.
Okay. It's just like completely like this reddish brown, and you can't even see like down into it because how thick and murky it looks.
Mind you, by the way, he's still got some cuts on him from the from the encounter. So you think it
And
would be a
then
smart idea to be sticking your, wounded hands all through that?
I push the plunger down, the lever down to flush the toilet and watch and see what happens.
Doesn't look like anything happens. You press it down, there's like no give or resistance in the lever. Looks like it feels like it stopped working long ago.
As I'm hearing the tinking noises of the toilet, I immediately shout back, "You realize the plumbing's been off for years?"
Yes, yes. I was just checking.
Well, some of these power grids stay on for years, but lately in this county's, I don't know, they've been unpredictable.
All right, which arm got hit by the female zombie? Or where did I get hit on my body by the female zombie?
Um, I'd say it was like across your. What's your dominant arm?
Um, my left arm.
Okay, we'll say it's your right arm.
So my right arm has a gash in it now that has been bandaged up.
Yeah.
All right. So then I take my left hand and I kind of look into the tank, kind of a little squeamish. I'm like, well, there's probably something in here, and I stick my hand down in there and move it around, trying to feel for anything that isn't the plumbing.
Okay. You feel like a bunch of goop, and so at one point you come across like something like crunchy, and eventually you feel like this very hard. Kind of has a little bit. Something has a little bit of weight to it.
I kind of maneuver that heavy object around, and so that I can wrap my fingers around it and pick it up and
Okay.
drag it out of the sludge, and then hang my arm over the bathtub shower and just shake it, trying to get as much of the sludge off of it as possible.
Go ahead and roll me. Uh, Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so the saving throw. All right. Would I add anything to that? Just my Constitution
Y-
modifier?
yeah. Plus
Okay.
your proficiency if you have any.
Yeah, I don't have proficiency in Constitution, but I still have +4. I got 14.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. So after I shake off as much of this goo as possible, can I get a better idea of what this object is?
It looks like a big key has three
Just looks
prongs
like
on it.
it's just a big key.
Yep.
Okay. Like interesting. I go back I go back out to the kitchen, and I'm assuming I'm walking by the living room as I'm walking to the kitchen.
Yeah.
I hold it up and tell Doc that, hey, I found a key. I'm gonna go clean it off real quick.
All
And then I
right,
walk
well,
over.
be scarce with our water, though.
I'm not gonna use water. I'm not that stupid. I walk over to the dead zombie, kind of find a clean part of her dress and kind of use it to wipe off the key,
Okay.
get any of the residual sludge off of it,
Okay. Okay.
as well as any other dry parts of her dress I use to wipe the sludge off of my lower forearm and my hand.
Okay.
Kind of clean myself up. And then I take
Uh,
that key and put it on the key ring.
That's actually a good idea.
that's actually a really good idea. Almost forgot about that. We had a key ring full of like keys.
I remember this is a two-story house. It's just that right now we are doing the first floor.
With the it's a 3-story because it's also got a basement.
Does it have an upstairs or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
It has an
Okay.
upstairs, but the thing is, even though it's not technically a third story, because basements are basements, I like to call them a
It,
three
it,
story.
it has 3 floors. All right. Well, while I'm doing that, what, Doc? Why don't you tell me what you found in the living room?
It's a good question. What did I find in the living room?
Uh, you guys. So there is a couch. First, let me explain that. There's a couch, and there's a TV, and then there's sort of like this dresser. It's sort of like a super old school TV. But then there is like this dresser up against the wall.
So there's a dresser. There's a is the TV resting on like a TV stand or just like a coffee table sort of thing?
It's like just a coffee table.
Okay, so there's
Or
no like
or is it?
board.
You said it was an old TV, so I was wondering if it was one of those TVs that's built to stand from the floor.
Oh no, it's like a big box.
It's one of those big box TVs. It's like it's
Really old
there-
with the bulb in it.
Yeah.
hold on.
Screen bolt bows out. Also, I noticed you added something.
What?
The I see you added a crafting material list.
Oh yeah, that way you guys can keep track of all the materials that you have.
Makes me wonder.
um
After I get done
so it looks something
cleaning up
like
the
that.
key.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
So inside of this kind of wall shelf, you find a rag and some duct tape. One rag
Cool.
and one duct tape.
I will definitely be taking those. I might be able to use those. So we just want to say one roll of duct tape. One rag. Ah, and it's part of the crafting materials. All right. I searched the couch. Do I find anything?
You don't find anything.
Okay. So
What about the
that's it for the.
what about the dresser?
I think that's where you said the rag was.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where the rag and the
Okay.
duct tape is. So the living room's cleared now. I'd assume, right?
Yep.
All
The
right.
first floor is clear.
All
Okay.
right.
Besides
So
the basement.
is there a back door in the kitchen?
There's not. This house doesn't
Okay.
look like it has a back door, but it does have a walk around porch.
All right. So there's only one door leading into the house, though, correct?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. So on that note, I would like I look at Doc and tell him might be best to save the basement for last. Should we go upstairs and check the upstairs floor real quick?
You feel like they got some unmentionable secrets down there?
I feel like it might be. And if we do go down there, I would like to find at least a little bit more healing before we go down there, just to be
Look
safe.
at the little girl zombie. I'm like, well, that would probably explain why she was like this. So let's go ahead and wander up. Go ahead and see what's up there real quick.
Alright. There's two bedrooms. And then
That it just.
one
Oh, I'm
bathroom
sorry.
upstairs.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Is there any like layout of the of how it's like arranged? It's like two on one side and one's on the other.
When you guys walk up, it's sort of like this big square. It's not like a hallway. So you guys walk up, it's a big square, and there's um, the stairs makes up like kind of one part of the square, and on the left side of the square and on the right side of the square is the bedrooms, and then on the front part is the bathroom. On the opposite end of the stairs is the bathroom.
Okay.
So across from us, the bathroom on either side of us, it's the bedrooms.
Yep.
Okay.
I look at Doc and say, "You take right, I take left."
Just be careful. And I just move over to the right door, right side door.
Okay. What do you do?
I walk over to. Oh, go ahead.
I get towards the door, but I don't open it immediately. I I just put my ear towards the door, trying to see if I can hear anything inside.
Okay, go ahead and roll for perception.
Okay, perception.
Mr. Steelheart, what are you gonna do?
I am going to walk over to the door on the left and then I am going to sneak m- sneak my way up to the door, slowly open it, and sneak inside.
Okay. You go ahead and roll stealth with advantage, and Dr. Bishop, make sure that you also you have advantage with your perception.
Okay, so I have advantage with my perception roll.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Wow.
I don't think you need it.
I don't think I need to roll again.
Okay.
That's pretty damn. That's the highest possible. 26 for anybody wondering.
So you hear exactly one snarling zombie.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
what? Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Alright, alright.
Um,
You turn around as you're listening, Dr. Bishop, and you like just see Shinobi just disappear. Like he just vanishes before you. Like you don't even know where he went.
I can see why they hired him.
Alright, Dr. Bishop, how are you gonna do this?
So I hear one, and even though I can't see Steelheart, I'm going to assume that he's still somewhat there, and he can at least kind of gauge what I'm saying. So I just hold up one finger and to kind of signal to him I only have one on my side,
He just
hoping that he understands.
he just appears behind you like
Oh, ah, hello.
I just appear from the shadows directly behind him, like, okay, and then disappear again.
I look back and forth. I'm like, Dad? Oh, sorry. Don't ever do that again.
What are you gonna do here, Dr. Bishop?
I am, but I'm honestly just gonna kind of step back and just wait because if he's invisible, that means he can probably sneak up on him. But I do let him know there is one behind the door whispering.
So what are you guys gonna do here?
Well,
What?
I am sneaking into the bedroom that was on the left side.
Okay.
The right side's door still closed. I just know that there's one zombie back there,
Okay.
or in there.
Alright, so you're gonna wait till he's done.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
wait until he's done.
Alright. Steelheart, you go inside the room, and it looks
In the
like
superior form.
yeah, and you like sneak inside, and you don't see anything of really any mention or worth the value.
So it's just a bedroom, but there's not really anything in here that's worth my time.
Yeah.
Okay. I then sneak back out of the room, pop back out of the shadows, and whisper to Doc, all right, I'm going in. And then go back in the stealth and go into the bedroom on the right ever so slowly.
Okay.
Since the fact is that my perception's so high, I can actually see his like wisp in the wind.
Alright.
It's like you ain't hiding from me. I know where you is.
Do I need to roll another sneak, or is that one just so good that it carries over to this bedroom too?
Yeah, yeah, this is just the same snake.
All right. So slowly open the door and sneak inside and see what was making the noise.
Since of course I'm able to see him, I kind of get my bow and arrow drawn and ready. But I try to wait for that opportunity because I can still see him.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. You see a man. He has a not a May. You see a zombie. He has this farm hat on, and he has a pitchfork in his hand, and he's like kind of aimlessly wandering around with the pitchfork in his hand. The pitchfork
All
looks
right,
really used, old, and beat up.
all right. I take the cleaver and throw it to the opposite wall from the door that I walked in,
Okay.
and hit that wall to make some noise to draw him to that wall facing away from me.
Okay.
So I throw the cleaver and get rid of it. And then I'm assuming doing that in itself just destroys the cleaver.
Yeah.
And then as the zombie is attracted to the sound of that cleaver over there, I sneak up behind it and pull out my katana and go to slash or a I go to cut off its head just right off the bat. I bring up my katana and go to in a diagonal slash, kind of sort of more horizontal but slightly diagonal
Okay.
across its neck.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I'll give you advantage, but if you're trying to aim for its neck specifically, you cut its head off, I'll raise the AC a bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Uh,
Your guys' characters are so strong. Yeah, you
All right.
hit. Yeah,
I
you
got
hit.
25.
Yep, you hit.
Got 8.
All right, you hit him in the back of the neck, and he turns around to you, and it's time to roll for initiative again.
but this time I also roll for initiative.
Yes. Oh, that is a
Okay.
super good initiative. Let me see what his dex is. Oh, 18. Oh man, he got a really good initiative too.
I'm still last anyway.
Are you keeping up with my katana durability?
Yeah.
As of right now, I think it's still because it's being recorded in the weapon durability.
Yeah, you're at 17
Yeah, I'm
now.
just
Yours is at 17.
okay. Just making sure.
Oh, don't worry, you're.
I'm just, my bow is still is full, but at the same time, though, I've only used one arrow.
Alright, go ahead and start this thing off, Mr. Steelheart.
All right. Has it turned around yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I then take my katana, raise it up, and I bring it straight down onto its head. I want to split that farmer's hat in half.
Okay.
25
Oh,
again.
Wow, that definitely hits. Your guys' characters are just way better this time around.
again, having a master at one is sometimes better than having a jack of all trades.
I got 16 damage.
Okay. 16.
So I've done 24 damage in total to this guy.
Let me see. Yes.
Uh,
Yeah. Tell me how you're hitting his head. You're hitting his head, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um. All right, yeah, that's fine. All right, so he kind of very, he of course aggressively, but also lazily. And he just tries to stab you with the pitchfork, and he screeches and snarls, and he hisses at you. Oh wow.
He critically fails.
Um. Okay.
He tries to stab, launch, and just launches the fucking pitchfork and sticks into a wall across,
He
just behind Shinobi.
he he trips up and stabs himself onto my sword again.
I was thinking about that. I thought that'd be really funny. I'm gonna say
It would be.
he stabs his pitchfork into the ground, into the floor, and he misses you, and he breaks his pitchfork.
Well, that's useless now. So the better question is Shinobi's sword still stuck in this guy's head?
No,
Okay.
it's your turn.
I'm
It's
aware it's my turn. So I just look at just the fumblings of the zombie and just watch the pitchfork just break. And I immediately just look right back at the zombie, draw my bow and shoot and fire at it.
okay. Okay.
What would that be based around? Dex?
Yeah, your compound bow is based off dex.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. So cool. Your bow is so cool. I love your guys' characters are so cool this time around.
While
17.
I thoroughly enjoyed our characters, I feel like we definitely did a lot better this time around with these characters.
Yep, you, that does hit.
Okay. So that is 1d10 plus.
Plus dex.
Yep, plus Dex. I do 5 damage.
Alright, tell me how you're gonna kill it.
Well, I just grab, I grab my bow, sling it all the way back, drawing the string all the way towards my cheek, gotten all the shot lined up. Shonobi moves right out of the way, and arrow flies, and it flies straight into its chest, just immediately killing it.
Okay. Congratulations, you guys are at a total of 500 XP, and you have reached level 2, but that will not take place until after a long rest.